And you're welcome back to the Middlemen of Jurors. My case. Natasha's petition dead on arrival. The Senate Committee on Ethics, Code of Conduct, and Public Petitions, as on Wednesday, 5th of March, 2025, dismissed the sexual harassment petition filed by Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan against Senate President Goodwill Akpabio. During a hearing at the National Assembly on Wednesday, the committee chairman, Senator Neda Imasuen, declared that the petition was dead on arrival, citing a breach of Order 40 of the Senate Standing Orders. According to Imasuen, Akpoti-Uduaghan signed the petition herself instead of having it endorsed by another individual, rendering it procedurally invalid. As far as the petition is against the Senate President, who did not resign as President or step aside for the investigations, no one expects any committee to go against him. I mean, there were protesters, let's call them encouragers, for Akpabio at the Senate on Wednesday, who didn't even know what he did, but said on national TV that they supported him. Some of his encouragers even supported Senator Natasha. Obviously, they may have been paid encouragers, right? Just there to do the work they were paid to do without knowing what they were protesting for. There were protesters on Senator Natasha's side too. They argued that the Senate President ought to resign. Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan has sued the Senate President for defamation and accused him of sexual harassment on national TV, describing what had transpired between her and the Senate President in his home with her husband not too far away. Her husband escorted her to plenary on Wednesday, obviously in support of his wife. Akpabio's wife, former First Lady of Akwa Ibom State, Ekaite Akpabio, is also supporting her husband. She said Natasha's claims on TV on Friday, 21st of February 2025 were not true, that her husband is very disciplined and respects her. Natasha responded saying to Ekaite Akpabio to let her husband defend himself. A few other prominent women are defending Akpabio. Senator Itagiwa, who said female senators have passed sexual harassment. Senator Olujimi from Ekiti State, who said the Senate is for older people, not young ones. And even Senator Ireti Kinjibe, who is neither here nor there. However, female groups led by prominent politicians like Obi Ozekwesili, pastors Nike Adeyemi, and so on, are also asking that sexual harassment should not be covered nor downplayed. As of today, the Senate committee that ought to look into the matter has suspended Senator Natasha Akpoti for 6 months, denying her constituents of representation for the next 6 months. My verdict: let Senator Akpabio have his day in court. Luckily, he doesn't have immunity against prosecution. Let the courts decide whether Natasha does not have enough evidence to prove her allegations and if he has no case to answer. All other encouragers or protesters should allow us breathe. The Senate Committee on Ethics, Code of Conduct, and Public Petitions should have told Natasha how to correct her petition and really investigated the matter. Maybe that would happen if Akpabio steps down and they're not trying to please him. They ought not to have also suspended her for 6 months. They should, because right now it looks like the victim is being further victimized.
Well,